Okay, so yeah, give me give me a few seconds. Actually, 1 minute or two. I need to share the stream. Okay, should be able to share this. Yeah, we are going to be We're finally going to be doing Modern Horizons 3. I am legitimately concerned right now for some reason. There seems to be a bit of stutter here. I'm most likely gonna close my once I finish sharing these on FB and with different groups. I'm going to close my browser and just focus on the game from there. Yeah, a lot of slowdown. Not hopefully it doesn't affect us that much. Also, I'm hoping the weather doesn't affect us that much. It's actually a bit stormy right now. So well, stormy a while ago. Hopefully the weather stays fine. It is known to kill things like internet connections and whatnot. Also, I'm curious to see if this is the right thing to go into this. I what little I know is that going into this set, it was Eldrazi was the biggest thing, either some variation of green red green blue or green red blue. But we're also discovering that red white energy is pretty good. Let's see what else is pretty. Artifacts can be good if you get the critical mass. Green white is okay. White black is a bit under question mark. Blue black is doable, but also question mark as well. Black green is also quite good. So we have plenty of options, but we need to see if the cards line up because there are a lot of cards. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be drafting Modern Horizons 3. Definitely looking forward to this set. Let's see what are the cards that line up. Well, Writhing Crysalis, probably one of the most broken things that we could possibly open. Hopefully we can get one of those. Green and red are probably the good colors to start with. Like if you go red, you can pivot between Eldrazi and energy. If you go green, you can pivot between Eldrazi and some variation of modified. Blue kind of wants you to pair up with green for the most part. Blue white energy is doable. But not the strongest. You probably will end up splashing some red. Jeskai energy is some pretty decent that one. Then let's see what else. Artifacts, probably nobody else drafts that, so we might be able to get that. We might be able to solo that one. If we get the critical mass, it should be easy to get all the cards for that to line up. White black is probably the hardest one of the bunch to do. So that's something that is something to consider. Just waiting for this one last guy. What's up with this one? What is it like? It doesn't accept previously clicked ready before, then steps out for some reason, and now we're waiting again. Or could it be that there might be a glitch and there's this one guy that is not able to click ready no matter. Okay, no, they're ready. There we go. And right off the bat, really crappy rare for limited, and a win more rare for the Eldrazi deck. So the problem is we don't really get much of anything else except Amped Raptor, probably one of the best red cards, and also the only good red card here. So I'm probably gonna take that one. Black, if they had any of the removal, we're fine with it, but that's a no. So we're trying to see if we can get into energy. Red white is gonna be the energy deck of choice. Emrakul's Messenger is a question mark. Unfathomable Truths is also a big question mark. We have all the cards for, say, we have the big cards for, say, Eldrazi. I could just take Eldrazi Ravager and figure out if we're in energy, and we could just probably splash this as a really big card. I could also just take the Dog Umbra as a very good removal spell for the most part. I'll t- I'll take the Ravager for now. Okay, so definitely not getting much. Mandibular Kite is actually quite good too, but we can take Ghostfire Slice. So we have Signature Slam, which is also pretty good. We can start staking our claim onto green. But I'm gonna take red. I'm gonna take the Ghostfire Slice first. See if we can. Then we're just gonna see if there's any other card that would give us a clue as what to go into. Frogbear Enforcer really good if you have any for if you're in the artifact deck. Cursed Wombat definitely for modified. We could go Evil Witness if only to buy some cards back. That is a way to do it. Is it Generatorium if we want to go into energy, but so far we've only hit one energy card and have not seen any others since, so I probably don't want to go into this. I might just take the Evil Witness at this point. There is a Drownyard Lurker, that is also another option. So we're probably gonna go into we're thinking of green red as a possibility. Technically we are already in 3 colors since we're running colorless. So we probably want to be taking cards like Twisted Landscape, especially. Yeah, I would. As much as I'd like the second Eldrazi Ravager, I really have to take the one Twisted Landscape first. If the pile of black cards starts coming back, we could specialize in Jund at that moment. So there's an ambush. Or Urza's Cave, also another way for colorless mana. A Cursed Marauder if we need additional removal. We could also kind of pivot into black-red at that point. If we're still hoping for red-white, we can take either Razorgrass Ambush or Traven Charm. But I think I want to. I'm honestly not too sure in that one. Oh, we got a Nethergoyf. So we probably would take this one. I don't see any other really good energy cards. There is an affinity card we can take in Furnace Hellkite. Basking Blood's Root Scale is actually quite good here. We could also take this one. If I want to be sure, I will take the Basking Brood Scale. Start staking our claim on red blue. And let's see. There is a Null Elemental Blast. There are some really good multicolored spells, though the really good ones happen to also be devoid, so that's a question mark. I could take that. I could also just take one of these. I'm just gonna take the rare for the. No, let's be disciplined. We'll take a Null Elemental Blast. Then now we can take a rare. I probably don't want to take either one of these black cards, though. Fetid Gargantua can draw us cards, so that is something to consider. But we'll take our pity rare and go. Not because I'm not too sure about the. I'm pretty sure I want to go at least red green colorless. It's just a question of what to go with it. Fetid Gargantua is staring at us again. I could take this as an option for, because the black splash is more likely than the power balance. But yeah, and yeah, we get some of the good black cards again. Victimize is fine. I might just take Quest for the Necropolis. And we do get Retrofitted Transmogrant. I might just take the Gravedigg, though it's not that great. Yeah, Cranial Ram is. We still have a Cranial Ram, so we can pivot to black-red artifacts. Oh, and there are some energy payoffs to go along with that as well. I probably should just take the Galvanic Discharge because this is probably one of the best removal spells. Also pairs up nicely with our Amped Raptor. So take note that we have the means to say get out of green. We can still keep the Eldrazi Ravager. We can just go into We can still go into Cranial Ram Gravedigg. We could start pivoting to black-red artifacts. I already wish I did not take the Null Elemental Blast at that point. I did not expect a Cranial Ram this late. So yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you just have to anticipate what are the possibilities that are open to us. Let's see. Ooh, there's a Ral, but we're not in the Instants and Sorceries deck. Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, wishing well. And we have a problem here. I can take Spawn-Gang Commander, or I can take Writhing Crysalis. I think I want to take the Crysalis more than the Spawn-Gang Commander because this simply does a lot more, and it opens us up to grabbing some of the really expensive Eldrazi. This one kind of does, but not in. And also this one, we probably should just take the best. We should just take the best common whenever possible. And we'll take a second one at that. Man, people are so somehow we managed to luck into the right lane. So we can drop black for now. Still keeping the landscapes for sure. And we get double Warp Tusker, so actually we have lots of options. Idol of the False Gods is not a good option here. Yeah, I haven't drafted lately due to the lack of gems. Oh yeah. I get that feeling. That's true. We probably just have to take a Warp Tusker here. We could emerge this, but we only have one land that can assist on the blue splash. But this is admittedly more powerful, and this is fly too, so but then again this one's a big body. I'll take this one for now. Good take. Ral would not wheel on paper drafts. Yeah, it's big money. It's big money, that's for sure. But thankfully this is not a paper draft. We might have a chance. We're definitely taking Path of Annihilation. We're lucking into this lane, and we're now getting cards like Spawn Gang Commander back. Definitely taking that. Ral and Implicit Maze also an option here, but it's more likely to dome us, so we'll take this one. Glimpse the Impossible. If any of those cards remain exiled, put them in. So this also helps us ramp as well. Definitely taking this. We'd want to keep the blue option there, but nothing is so great here, so we probably will be taking a blue option. Not that I really want to run it though. Could I just run Mindless? No, we can't run Mindless Conscription. Scurrilous Sentry, maybe? I'll just take this one. Yeah, if we ended up more into Affinity Artifacts, I would be debating between either of these two. But as it is, we have a pretty decent green-red start. We do need more playables now, though. I'll just take Deep Analysis. Skoa Embermage is actually quite good. Yeah, it's a bit. At this point, we're probably not going to go into artifacts, so the second Cranial Ram is gonna pass. Contaminated Landscape. It's definitely better than Meteoric Maze for the most part. And at least Contaminated gives us access to blue, so that is something. Molten Gatekeeper is fine. We can use it to flesh out our playables. Sarpadian Simulacrum, less so, but it is playable for us. So, any big Eldrazi? Nope, but there is a good one. Eldrazi Repurposer is a definite take here. Much better than Shifting Woodland, that's for sure. Titonian Nightmare is really nice, but we're not in that part anymore. We'll take another Repurposer here. Yeah, so at least we're lining up quite well. Yeah, you're definitely right that Ral was, well, actually in fairness, we are kind of short on rares ourselves. Like as far as as far as our rares go, we have a disruptor. We just have a disruptor flute to show for, not much anything else. So we're hoping to win here. We're kind of drafting to win at this point. Like we're getting past stuff like Psychic Frog, but we can't really. Nails Monstrous Vortex whenever you cast is really a win more. I'm probably just gonna take another Eldrazi Ravager here. So Eldrazi Ravager is our cheaper payoff here. We should also be in the lookout for Nightshade Dryads because those ramp really nicely. Oh yeah, we could also cut the no elemental blast. We're not running that. There's a white of the Reliquary. Branching Evolution might come back. Is there anything that we really want other than just Foreboding Landscape? Not really. We might just take, because I could just take this for the rare count, but realistically we need to take a 4. Because we are playing air quotes 4 colors, running the blue, then running the colorless. In fact, I might consider pivoting, running into black. Like we have Marauder, Wither, and blue. I could just give up on the twist. There is a Necro Bloom, but yeah, we might have to give up on the Twisted Riddle Keeper and just go for more black instead. So we can get cards like Victimize would be nuts. So I think this is a good place for Victimize. Yeah, we're kind of missing some playables here, so we're going to pivot that one. There's a Glaring Fleshraker. Yeah, we can take this. Probably super greedy, to be honest, but we might be able to make this work. Like this is this can get black. This can get black. This can get black. This can. So we have a lot of cards that can get black. So we can go for this. So that's an. So yeah, needed pivot. We don't have the Devotion. In fact, most of ours. So we're not in benefit of Grim Servant. You know, take Gift of the Viper as a combat trick that I don't really want to run. Let's see. Tempest Harvester, you get. We might have to run one of. No. We're not eating well here. Well, we got another Riddle Keeper. Do I want to? I could go for the second Victimize, but our creature count is just fine. And we still have the Twisted Riddle Keeper here. I'll take another Victimize. Okay, we'll take the term. That's not gonna make the cut. This one is more likely. We'll take the Expanding Ooze. That one will definitely make the cut for sure. Yeah, so Dream Drinker Vampire. This might make the cut. We'll see. But playables kind of dried out near the end, but we do have a very good definitely 3 color for sure, so that is a cause for concern. Also, I might still have to keep the Riddle Keeper as a 4. So looking at this, yeah, we will run all the landscapes. So that might be a bit of an issue here. But I do like the 5-4 split. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of double red, so that helps too. If I could sneak into Sarpadian Simulacrum instead, but probably want something on the more expensive line. I'll start with this one first. But I'm not so sure how great this is. We are missing some really good. We are missing some. We have we're mostly average. That's the problem. We don't have anything really busted. And as far as removal is concerned, we're actually quite light on it as well. So that might be a big issue here. So I will definitely play Repurposer first. Opponent running mostly black. So that's interesting. There's an Ant Raptor, which we honestly don't really want to play. Yeah, we'll play the Repurposer first. We don't have anything to ramp to, but we can clear the board. Opponents might be playing mono black, so they might have drafted really hard on that one. Anyway, if they do take out Repurposer, we can try to get... And this is sorcery speed, so we have to play it. We do hit our black mana, and yeah, we'll end the turn. We can kind of scare our opponent. But also, it's nice that it puts it in the yard, so we can so our opponent sacrifices this. We can victimize one of our tokens. I can also go for this, but it's not cast, but that's fine. So I don't want to cycle this. I can still hold up for Ghostfire Slice, so that is a thing. And yeah, this is cast trigger, so we don't get it, but we still get the dice card. Opponent's actually just going to draw cards. Okay, we're good. We're good with that one. So they might be missing another. Oh, they finally hit their other color. White of the Reliquary. And oh, it's so convenient that it's a multicolored spell. And it's nice that we only need to sacrifice one token. And so we have the options of, but this goes back to hand, so we really need to hit our 6 mana soon. Not gonna win this one right away. And then can flash this back, but he's missing creatures. Hunger Tide Rises, not what they're looking for. They might have the removal spell that requires a sack creature. Just a Rooting Blood Scale. So this is whenever you cast a creature spell, create a token. I'll just go Amp Raptor. We might end up not being able to cast something, but that's fine. Yeah. Oh, when we whipped on the Spawn Gang Commander too, that was too greedy for us. But now they're gonna need to start eating lands. I don't think they're gonna be able to flash back to draw 2 cards. This is instant speed, so they can, but they honestly need that. I probably would have no. That's not a good sacrifice either. They need to hit a kill spell. Grist, Voracious Larva. Now they need to have a way for the creature to enter through the graveyard. They probably do, so they really drafted around this guy. This is entered the battlefield under your control if it entered from your graveyard or cast from your graveyard. I don't see any that does that. Oh, Victimize, that will do it. So they can pay 1. Then probably give up the Amp Raptor. Unfortunately, it's ETB's tap, so even if it generates that, yeah, that's the thing. I should have my speech bubbles prepared next time. But there we go, we got a solid win off that one. Our opponent took a while to hit their green mana, so that was an issue for them. But we got our first win. Let's keep going. But yeah, our mana is so messy. That is going to be an issue. We were lucky to hit that one black mana off. So Twisted Landscape can get us black. We don't need colorless. I do like that they have the cycling there so that you can tell at a glance what colors of mana you need. So we'll go Expanding Ooze first. Well, technically we can also go Molten Gatekeeper first, depending on what our opponent drops turn 2. Fanatic of Fullness. We don't really have a choice. Though our opponent can just eternalize this later, so this is actually a big headache. Yeah, we weren't going to victimize this anyway. So, yeah, best bet is on target modified creature you control. Yeah, we'll go for Expanding Ooze. So, like, say our opponent decides to eternal. Yeah, we'll take the damage for now. Let's see if our opponent decides to eternal. Yeah, they're gonna eternalize right away. They really want to go for the big mana. And yeah, this is where we getting stuck on mana is an issue. Yeah, actually not really unfortunate there. We had the Writhing Crysalis ready, but no. Opponent's just gonna fight this. Get this to 9. Okay, we do hit our mana. So question now is actually there's no not really a question. We play Writhing Crysalis. And their trick here is that whenever I sacrifice another crystal, so I could block and pump the Crysalis up to a 4/5. But I suspect our opponent might have removal, so that this could be an issue. Yeah, we really need to hit running lands here. Incremental Oozebag, but no. They can pay to adapt this one. It's adapt 1. They can also pay to adapt this, but that's a bit. I guess it's a way to make good use of your mana. Like you can adapt both of these if you're not in a rush to attack with this one. Likewise, I do have the issue that one is actually letting it go. So our opponent is going to go for. So they have the mana spent for this to make this a 6/6, make this a 3 something. My best bet was actually just to pay for this now. take this one out because this does not have adept. You'll probably spend the mana to make to adapt both of these. What's gonna happen one way or another, and I don't have the instant speed removal to punish it. Yeah, you really should just spend... Oh, they actually did not spend it. Oh, I wasn't gonna attack anyway. Ah, they want to make sure it gains menace. Okay. But yeah, I'm probably still in trouble. Our opponent... Green-black is well known for having lots of good removal here. And it took us a really long time just to hit our 4th and 5th land. If we can hit our 6th land... Because I know we're about to trade something we can victimize. Opponent probably has a trick, but I have no choice. That is usually the good call because victimize... And they're going to also likewise Well, my stuff is bigger than yours. Well, not quite. That's not quite true. So 5 mana. Because I can wait for this to die first. Like I can wait for this to die first before getting it back with Victimize. Also, I have the option of just playing Evil Witness, buying Writhing Crysalis back to hand. Fetid Gargantua. Oh wow, they're really into the modifier. They're gonna need to crack. They might have wanted to crack one of those earlier. I'm now gonna swing with the M. I'm gonna swing with the Emperor Mage, see if our opponent wants... Yeah, because they don't have the black mana. So it's also unfortunate that, say, if I cast this, I don't... Yeah, it's probably high time I crack the landscape. Yeah, crack the landscape for green. It's probably about time to do that. I could also just cast the Victimize, get these two back, but that's actually kind of... Yeah, I'm gonna get the green now. And I could still Victimize, so like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely want to. I will end up spending that. So this is where I'm seeing how. Because our opponent wants to give this menace, they'll gain a bit of life that way. Our goal is to try to cast Twisted Riddle Keeper. So we're hoping to hit one more land, otherwise I can just adapt, or probably just adapt, cast, get some more creatures down pat. I'm hoping to be able to cast Riddle Keeper because the flying is a big deal. you probably... Ooh, they're actually going for it. So... So I do have to block this one, otherwise they just kill us right there. So they gain quite a bit of life, can't really do anything about that. They'll probably end up dropping the Uzbek now. Okay, drops the Uzbek. Okay, we hit our land. But the question now is, do I just cast this one? Or do I go for the more... Or do I go for the more complicated one? Okay, reason I don't... Because opponent wants to hold back some blocker, so if I... So this one goes back to hand, I definitely want this one. Then I can... No, we have to manually tap this. Generate the 2. And now we cast Victimize. Then we end up sacrificing the turd, which is a problem. But we do get to get back 2 cards back. I probably will get back... Probably get back Ooze and Gatekeeper. They do come back tapped though, so... That isn't... There's an argument to not doing that. Yeah, I probably won't do that. I might actually need the blockers. Yeah, that might not have been great. It might have been more correct to just play this right away. I would have been left with... So let's say they pump both of these, I end up going down to 1. No, I'll go down to 2. Actually, there's no real good way to block, I suppose. Yeah, because they would just set it up so that... Then they will now pump this one, so I'll end up taking 3, but that's kind of expected. Go down to 2. So definitely want to tap these two. Yeah, but not. When I could hold back for a turn, I suppose. I could try to take our opponent down by using the Unearth here. One. Oh, come on. Activate. Oh, come on. Our opponent had the mana for that? Okay, that's good. We got ourselves too low on that one. An alternate play would have been to... The alternate play would have been to focus the multiple blockers onto the Oozwag, so we kind of made a mistake there. We would have ended up going to 2 anyway, but it would have been easier to chump block without the Oozwag, so we kind of goofed up on that one. Also did not help that we got stuck on lands for a while, and we in a few questionable plays here and there. So learning experience. Here, I'm gonna end up cycling of these, so honestly, not so great. I guess I can try because we do get to cycle quite a bit. And we could say Entwine for Gravedigg, which is admittedly not so great, but we don't really have a choice in this matter. Does our opponent have a spell? Solar Transform. Let's cycle. At least we got something to do with the Molten Gatekeeper. Next turn I can say Gravedigg to keep cycling more if I need to. Sage of the Unknowable. So our opponent's probably Eldrazi Ram. Yep, they got the Eldrazi cards alright. So what I can do is I can actually cycle this other one. Not gonna swing because our opponent can chump block. Sage having a very big butt is really annoying. Also, our opponent could just start making Eldrazi spawn if they have nothing better to do. Next turn, we're more likely to just adapt, make a spawn, get ready to cast Spoa. Kozilek's Unsealing is going to be a pain. Opponent's going to start drawing a lot of cards off this one. If they... Yeah, we will cycle this. Opponent can swing with this, we probably will just take... No, opponent's going to hold back. So I probably want to just play this back again, so... We're good. And the reason for this is because we have Urza's Cave to... We have Urza's Cave to cast the Eldrazi Ravager. And we can set up so we can sacrifice these two, get this back, and recast it again. Plenty of options. Hopefully if our opponent drops anything, it doesn't have an obscene amount of toughness. in Void Claw. Path of Annihilation also works as well. I probably want to get rid of this first. Also because that is a lot of incidental card draw there. So definitely want to cast Ravager first, just so we can start beating down. Opponent's stuck a bit. This is suspicious. They might have a counter spell, but I have to go for it. If they have it, I need them to eat. I need them to use it. Also, if things get really bad, I can cycle these two, but I would much prefer to adapt this one first, or just cast Path of Annihilation next turn. Opponent just going for the spawn route. So the question is, what big thing do they have? Ah, okay. If we can hit another green mana, I will be able to both Annihilation, then Brood Scale. Set. Oh no, we hit something better. So I probably will just cast Path. Wait, no. We can... We'll swing first. Because if they let me swing with this, that is a sacrifice trigger right there. That's a sacrifice trigger right there. So we get to eat at least two things, and we can... Also note that we have the mana to spawn gang and snipe the it that betrays at the end. So we can set up the damage so that we can actually take out two things, which is not too bad. Jump block is okay too, I suppose. Get with the Viper. Okay. Molten Gatekeeper doing a lot of work with all these spawns. And let's just get rid of this right away. Let's just cut the amount of damage. And we can end the turn there. Those selects Unsealing number 2, but they seem to be missing the big spell, so we might be able to get around it that way. I'm not going to snipe the Coatl like this. I'm more likely to just swing with Skoa at this point. And okay, we got Writhing Crysalis as well. Probably want to play Path and wait, hold on. Yeah, we'll just play Ravager first. Again, if our opponent seems to be holding onto something, we really want to force it out of their hand. And actually, most of the damage we dealt is literally just off the Gatekeeper. We can swing with Skull 1 now. One. Making a token. Jumping. I guess 4 mana to absorb 4 damage is fine. They might also try to take it. Oh, they're not gonna take it out. Okay. Next turn, we'll just go Path of Annihilation, then start tapping this for colored mana, go Writhing Crysalis. And our opponent still has to worry about this Ravager and this Ravager. Ravagers for days. Actually, truth be told, our opponent has a lot of mana. Just Evolution Witness. Okay, so they're now going to start buying back, say... They could buy back the Void Crawl, or they could buy back the It That Heralds. Either is a good choice. And again, more... Yeah, opponent concedes. The Molten Gatekeeper is just doing all the damage. Good job. So that one is actually a very nice late pick. It didn't even have to be for the artifact decks. Honestly, it was really for the Eldrazi deck. If we could spawn a lot of them spawns. Okay, let's keep going. We got 2 wins, 1 loss. We'll see how to make things better. Also, probably can change the mode. There we go. Hey, we got all our colors. And we got some early removal for the time being. We just need a 4th mana for Crysalis Annihilation. Yeah, we might have to cycle. Well, we already learned that cycling this is actually quite fine, especially in our deck build. This is a problem. Like I could spend this now. Make them start discarding cards. If our opponent our opponent has to discard cards first, then I can just choose to not spend the energy. Now, unfortunately, we can't. We do have to take the damage and let our opponent draw a card. We could also block with just the Repurposer. Of Jealous Thirst, so if that touches a thing, I might just also... This is still 1 mana to target no matter what. And we did draw the land, so... And with this we can start casting Ravager already. I might also just choose to cast Annihilation first, just to be sure. We are gonna have to give our opponent quite a few cards, but we might be able to outpace our opponent. They can Psychic Frog as a Psychotop analog is so quite annoying, but yeah, we have to accept that we're giving our opponent a lot of cards. Turn 2 Psychic Frog is really that good. And we don't have the really hard removal. We like have a Withering Bloom, but Serum Visionary for 2, that's fine. They are definitely the draw 3 deck, but they are missing a few payoffs. Yeah, the reason for me to cast Annihilation first is so that I can preserve most of these spawns. It's a shame that this is mana 6, not mana 7. And now with double Ravager, I have a real reason to... I have a real reason to not But now I do have the plan. I could say block, then cycle. Opponent stuck a 3 land for quite a while. They did pitch 2 lands, so to speak. Okay, they hit their 4th. Sentry is hard draw. That's fine. Opponent exiling now just to deal the damage. Okay. So we're gonna try to preserve our life total a bit. So we will probably block with 1 Eldrazi spawn. Oh no, okay, they're not going to. Yeah, they had to do that just to get back tap. Okay. So flyers are now an issue. We will have to hold this back now. I guess I'll cycle 1. See if we can hit anything really good here. Cave is fine. Landscape is fine, sorry. Now what I can also do is I can pay this 3 to cycle, then sack 2 to get 1 back. Okay, that is an option. So we're still. We do need to start making our opponent discard quite a few cards as well. Does our opponent have removal for Ravager? If they do, it's annoying, but hey, that is the power of Psychic Frog. Yeah. And we're a bit slow on the get-go. Felder Profane is what I'm guessing is coming up. Opponent is thinking of. Well, this is really nice for the draw tree, but more often than not, it's a one-shot trigger that's not really worth it. Okay, so there's a bit of a stall. Okay, so it will make this... in that case... we'll resolve that first. See what we hit. Amped Raptor is fine, so we definitely want to at least put one counter on this. Well, two counters in this case. So it shrinks it, but not by much. But Amphibian yeah, Amphibian Downpour is quite nasty here. And our opponent could just empty their hand. So we don't... Yeah, we just lost our only flying block. Though technically we can block this one just because our opponent doesn't have a way to make that fly. We'll just be taking two. Opponent really considering how not to lose their Psychic Frog. So let's see what they discard. Opponent most likely blocks the Repurposer, which is fine. Oh no, they're blocking the Crysalis? How? Okay, so I have Molten. I'm gonna go Amped Raptor first, because we do have because this might change. That might change our strat here. Evil Witness, fine. You could say buy back Crysalis, like say pay 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I would love to cast the Molten Gatekeeper first, but we don't have that option. And I can cycle this again, then sack again, so... But also I can just swing with this one, see. Though, yeah, I did forget about that one, but... So our opponent can make this fly, so I will probably just block. So I'll probably just block Psychic Frog if they make it fly. Do they have another removal spell? That would be annoying, but can't. But it is kind of expected from blue-black to have quite a lot of interaction. They're gonna go make it fly. Oh, okay. I forgot that summoning sickness. But now we can kind of play a bit of a cat and mouse game. Because this is now in the graveyard. I can just get it back. So we're just trying. So it's just a bit of a game of chicken at this point. But we could. And now that our opponent is down to 1 card again. I actually, yeah, they're gonna end up. They do get. Them getting to draw 3 means they'll have a lot to cast for this. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, we're just making them cash it all in. I am in trouble if they do decide to make this fly. That is just how it goes. So I can return to hand, recast, and I also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'll only be able to return. But it does mean I should probably start swinging with these 2 now. So let's see. Oh, that's for cycling. This one I will need to sack, so not ideal. Why just attack? Really need to hit that. This has been going for a while, but I. Only gets to shuffle up to 3 target cards. Okay. And also, yeah, this is a when you draw the card. So maybe. If our opponent has a way to... Because I'm forced to block with Crysalis, no way around it. So the winning strat has nothing to do with this one. I might even they even had the Wormcoil Larva. I will really need to hit the. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can tap and cycle and still have enough mana to do 1 more. So I probably should cycle this now. Because I really need that. I really need that card draw. Okay, I did not hit it. Yeah, I had only 1 out left, but that was not it. And it also tapped wrong. I probably should have I should have considered sacrificing this at least, but yeah, we. Well, we're losing to rare, so there is that. Actually, no. In fairness, our first loss was to a really slow start. We could add some combat tricks, like say Gift of the Viper. You could add another Victimize to But I think 16-7 is fine here. We'll have to double check our. Let's see. Grave help is helpful for us. Wither and Bloom, we haven't drawn it, but it's quite good. Glimpsed Impossible. This is could be cut, but I think I like this one. Yeah, there isn't really much we can do here. We'll just have to keep going with this one. Hopefully, we can get at least one more win. But considering we don't have, we're just playing off from synergy and not really any busted rare. Well, we have busted commons, but we're just gonna have to make that work. So yeah, definitely keeping this. So this one might not be a good card for us to get back with this one. So what we probably would do is play this one, get our red source, and just pass. That is much better. But we can also kind of wait on this one. Because right now it's just a bunch of 1/1s. And they're not doing anything else, so we can just actually cycle this. So we could force our opponent to use a removal spell here. But what I'm hoping to do is... Oh, no, just sacrificing draw cards, that's fine. So what I'm hoping to do is do Spawn Gang Commander next turn, drop a bunch of damage. Opponent goes Arcbound Condor. So we're gonna... So our Transformer's fine. So which one are they targeting? This one? Yeah, just gonna have to go, going around it a bit. And at least this way, if our opponent doesn't drop another creature, a Curse Marauder actually does something. And we can hold up those Fire Slice too. Frost Claw, okay, that's fine. And it's nice that it's non-token. You can sacrifice it. And no, they're not going to give it to us. So we can play this as is. We're probably just going to go for the 8 mana, so we're just going to be patient here. I might hold on to this because yeah, it's a shame that this is not Fang Flame. We would have been able to. Okay, we're gonna take one. I'll take two actually. Heretic Rebirth, hold So it gets that, gets this. Sure, I guess. Face another transmogrant. That's because they want to suit it up first with this. So we probably want to just snipe this right away. Okay, opponent does have the twisted land. Okay, so we hit our twisted landscape. I guess I can unearth it just to deal some damage, but it does feel kind of weak to do that. We can wait. Yeah, we have to just obediently take this. But I don't think I can afford to take the next one. But our opponent does get to cast this. Oh no, they're not casting it. Well, we don't get to cast this, but we do get to... So I'm not taking any risks. I'm actually going to just play the Victimize right now. We'll drop these two. And we have the mana to use Spawn Gang Commander to sack. So we're gonna see what our opponent does, because I can... If our opponent just equips stuff, I might be fine with it. No, they're just gonna go for the artifact. Okay. So we can buy some time by tapping things down. We can buy a lot of time, actually. I think this is an uncommon, but that is how it is. Yeah, we're not risking it by adding the island. Not like we have to. Yeah, we have to take. And just hope our opponent does not have a way to kill us right here. That won't kill us. So I can put it on these two swing, but then I have to worry about this one. I'm probably better off, yeah, worrying about. There's also the argument that I probably... Though if they're chump blocking, that's actually good. Because this ETB's tap, so that's not an out. They will need to have another creature. But this hits any target, so that's also a plus as well. So we definitely do not want to sack these two. Opponent might have a removal spell for the Gatekeeper, but if they do, then that's it. Riddle Keeper. They might have No, I'll have I'll have enough mana to ping our opponent. Spawn Gang Commander, kind of selling it well for us. I think our opponent might have victimized, get 2 cards back, but they easily have cap. Oh, they're gonna, yeah, just take those 2 out, but yeah, that's it. There we go. We actually got, yeah, we got it. Sometimes you just need good mid. Well, it's a bit late for mid range, but for Eldrazi, it's considered mid range. So we got 3 wins. Pretty solid stuff. Let's see if we can keep it up. It's a shame that we didn't get the really good ones, but as long as we can get a decent finish here, 4 wins would. We got our 3 wins. We would really love to get 4 wins because that pays back the cost of the draft token. And well, we do have to Wither and Bloom, but we have no way of playing anything else yet. This is about. This one we are kind of forced to keep. We might have to give up the. We'll have to give the Galvanic Discharge. Yeah, this is where our mana base comes back to bite us. Hopefully we can hit red. Path of Annihilation is promising, plus at least Purposer into Path does give us access to more colors. We'll just have to be very patient and all that. When it's running, ooh, they hit the Ral. Nice.
I just need one big breakthrough.
If we can hit red naturally, I feel so much better. We hit green, so I can go Amp Raptor, but that I can actually just go for the Writhing Crysalis right now. Yeah, we'll do that. It gives us a lot of mana. We just need something to do with it. Okay, we're just gonna shoot her up a land. Pretty neat. Okay, we hit our Galvanic Discharge. I guess we could just cast it. So if our opponent finds a way to, if they, okay, they're letting us spend it. Kind of surprised they did, but I'm fine with that. Electrozoa, Flash Flying, sure. They get some energy. Which will they block? If they block Crysalis, we just sack. And I could go Amp Raptor, but we'll just wait. I'm actually kind of concerned. Our opponent sat on Ral and just sat on the Electrozoa, so I'm wondering what else they could possibly have here. So opponent's gonna try to tap creatures down. That's fine. They are working as the energy deck, and they are getting good payoffs for it. I might as well cast Amp Raptor, but I feel like we're gonna lose some. Well, it can't be really helped. I guess I can wait. Now the reason for waiting is that if our opponent has a board wipe, like say Wrath of Disguise, we can then cast Amp Raptor, then victimize, get some stuff back. Opponent is gonna start investing onto the Thriving Skyclaw. Well, we did hit our Eldrazi Ravagers, so that's something. Oh, and it has to be a sacrifice because we are short on colorless mana. Now, this is only when it attacks, so I can safely attack with Eldrazi Repurposer here. I can still just cast the Amp Raptor, but I want it as a safety. And this is just gonna chump it, I suppose. There we go. So I am suspecting a potential board wipe. Nope, Unstable Amulet. Opponent's most likely gonna keep tapping down the Ravager, and they have a lot of mana to do. But they're also spending to Tempest Harvester. Yeah, they could use it. Back to 8 energy. Okay, where's Escape? Declare attacks. Opponent taps down Ravager. This is going to be a bit on the slower side, but it is what it is. I could also tap this and fuel this one, but I probably need, there is a good chance that I'm going to end up having to recast it. I'm starting to get a bit impatient, but we really have to be patient here. Also, we're probably gonna, if we have to, we might want to consider cracking this for another mountain. There's another payoff. Most likely, oh, but they're still spending it on cards. It's still gonna be there. They don't have to cast it right away. Also note that Exalted only works on attack, so they are going to hold back. Yeah, I could also consider cycling this, I suppose. A Curse Marauder, nice cast. So they're most likely gonna crack this one. I'm probably gonna crack the Curse Marauder. What does this do? Tap and put a stun counter on it, so it will delay this one even more. But I do have to start paring down our opponent's board. Yeah, we get our mountain. We can cycle, but we probably might cycle actually, because our opponent doesn't seem to have a way to just destroy this outright. They're just gonna keep locking it down. So I might want to consider saving it because I might actually consider victimizing to get back these two. Or just cast another one. Opponent struck gold. Yeah, they're still gonna pay to tap it down. That's fine. So next turn, yeah, we really want to consider when it's now really digging. Yeah, they need an actual turn. You have to be double strike is a thing, so we have to consider that. I could take 8 safely actually. Infernal Captor, Exploit. Oh, that's annoying. So we definitely want to chump block what. So we definitely want to chump block whatever we're. The Ravager at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can give up the path at this point. And of course we block this. Yeah, Infernal Captor is pretty neat for that. It is pretty neat, especially if you have control like elements. Does our opponent have a way to sacrifice? I don't think so. Oh, we got Grave Dig as well. Okay. So let's see. We can declare first. So I might actually consider Grave Dig getting some. I'm gonna consider Grave Dig getting something back. So I think that's fine. So those trade. Oh no, it doubles and it gives it first strike, so it's a one shot. That's okay. Two. So victimize not so ideal here because they come back tap. Yeah, we have to move these two. Target there, and we probably get back we Get back Repurposer. Yeah, give ourselves more bodies on the ground. So, opponent's gonna use up the last of your energy? Probably not. They might. Deem inferior. Let's see. I could have also sacrificed this, but have it die to its natural course is probably better. Okay, when it's spending hit another Emissary Soulfire. One probably holds back because I could safely take it. So we're gonna go Curse Marauder Writhing Crysalis because yeah, we can sack the zombie here. Basically, we need to force our opponent to start pairing down. We're gonna take tap, sure, because they're gonna give up on this. They actually dug a lot of cards, all things considered. Oh, they did not. They went for that instead. Okay. Still get the free counter on the Crysalis. Not bad. Yeah, we actually went through most of our black cards this time, so we're not actually going really deep into their library. Yeah, getting all that energy. Alright, Direction Ironworks to buy even more creatures. That's nice. But eventually they have to start sacrificing other. Also, this is sorcery speed, so if they want to make that token, they have to do it now. Annihilator one is gonna eventually tear stuff down. I might also consider sacrificing this so that I can dig much deeper already at this point. And of course we're taking out the Meddler because that's much larger. I don't think they have a way to get it back. We do have the 8 mana now, so but though it's only this one that really needs the colorless, so we might be fine. But we do have to do a sanity check. We still have a lot of these landscapes left. Yeah, the control matchup is so long. This is Opponent gets Skoa, Ember Mage. They're probably gonna pick off Crysalis. Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh, because of Molten Ember Mage. And if I cast again, that's it. So I need to keep the Gatekeeper alive. Oh, wow. Okay, we found our winning path now. Molten Gatekeeper really saving us from all these board stalls. It's pretty... bit too late to add the counter, but we are taking the damage. So yeah, we'll just ping this one. Then that one deals to the opponent. It's a bit late on that. I should really keep it all on one page. But hey, we got our fourth. Yeah, we managed to get our win. We managed to struggle for that win. So that's where Ral wheel to. Yeah. Was that platinum? I thought that was silver. I might be hallucinating. But yeah, looked that was a really good, that was a really solid energy deck for the most part. Man, that was a grind. Took how that was probably like what, the best of half an hour. Yeah, we're actually getting paired with... Yeah, no, these are... I think the last one was silver too, actually. Okay, so we got our black. Bit awkward here, but we are keeping this, so... Maybe I don't shoot her for black right away. I cast this first, then I go for these. Also, at least Galvanic Discharge is good enough that most creatures we can take out. So the nice thing is that Ghostfire Slice, if we can hit Path of Annihilation, that would be good there. Long streams make for interesting games as long as it's a win. Huh. Yeah, that is a very important caveat, at least for me. Void Claw. Okay. And we did not hit the land, so we are slicing and dicing. And we can actually cast Path of Annihilation next turn because of this setup, so it's quite good. Then we need to consider when to crack for Wither and Bloom, because we are gonna need removal, especially soon. Gonna need removal. Gonna need to cast Expanding Ooze. Hit that Herald. I am willing to trade, but I'll cast Path of Annihilation first. Yeah, we have to cast Path first. And at least we get the Eldrazi spawn back. If our opponent... Does our opponent have the counter spell? Okay, lets it go. Oh wow, we're dealing lots of incremental damage. So we are not... I guess we're not cracking this anytime soon. We can tap and crack one just to take this out. Is it worth it, or do we just cast this first? I'd say we offer the trade first. Because I don't know if, because at least this becomes a tell of how close they are. Okay, they're not close. Okay. Or they might have a combat trick, in which case let's just get it out of the way. And we actually have multiple options, like I can go Expanding Ooze adapt, Evil Witness adapt. Collective Resistance is not the worst that could happen. Especially since we did manage to delay them here. Corrupted Shapeshifter. So what does our opponent choose? He's not zero. Okay, he chose the 3/3, so it's a 4/4. And we'll be taking a bit of damage here and there, but and we did hit our black mana, so I also have the option of Wither and Blooming to take this one out. I could do it right now. Probably should. So at least it's not a big 4/4 flyer. And it also delays their 7 drops. That said, we now need to this one's permanent card, so I'm probably just gonna go Expanding Ooze. And this is when it attacks, so we'll see how what our opponent's answer to Ravager is. My initial plan is definitely going to be Expanding Ooze into something. If they have actual removal, Evil Witness getting back Ravager is a thing as well. They can press Z to count. Oh, they did float one. Let's see what spells that. Utter Insignificance. Okay. They probably should have done that before I attacked, though. Oh, they're just gonna exile it right away. Oh, okay, that's fair. This is activate only as a sorcery. Opponent has a territory color. Ugh. So we might lose to the flyer. Sola Ember Mage can take out the flyer, so there is that. I'm gonna offer. Ping that. Then Wither and Bloom. Yeah, Path of Annihilation really doing wonders here. Opponent now finally forced to sacrifice their landscape. Well, they did give up an island. They need to hit another one. Do they get the free draw? No, it's a lantern, but they're binning it in the yard. They might have another responsive trick, but gonna try to convince them to take out Skoa. Warp Tusker cycle. Okay, makes a chump blocker. Either case, I get either back, but I would love to get Skoa back. Nope, they're going to... Oh. Yeah, we'll just get that one back. I can't play this to sack it right away, but we'll hold. Basically, now our opponent has to wipe our board already. They do get 2 cracks at this to dig for creatures. Or keep milling lands. Yeah, they're gonna keep digging. Also important to note that is our opponent had the Warp Tusker. We really just kept them off 7 mana for the longest time. And opponent concedes. We got there. Nice five wins. If we can get one more win without losing, we can hit platinum this month. That would be really wow. Yep, just cashing the wins in. So definitely made our token back. Now it's just a question of can. And I do have to say, this is quite refreshing that okay, so we have Grave Dig, but it's gonna be a while. We're gonna end up cycling Ravager. I guess I keep this, but there is a risk to it. If we can hit the landscape that can crack for black or something, I would love to go for that one. Yeah, opponents must be tired of us playing green. It's that. Okay, so we're definitely cycling, but at least we have something to do. Yeah, now opponent has the same deck, so we are in trouble. Yeah, so our opponent's probably going to ramp out first before us. If they happen to have the spawning Crysalis, we are in real trouble. Oh, Worn Power Stone, so not as bad. Galvanic. Okay, that was bad. Could be worse. So let's see. Yeah, we are definitely now we're suffering from the lack of mana. I could just crack this to hit another one, since it's gonna be a while before we hit this, and we most likely want to end up casting this instead. But yeah, opponent has their own Eldrazi Ravager. We might lose. Yeah, that was a really fast start. We're not winning this one. Well, we did hit Annihilation, so we will be taking quite a bit of damage first, though. But what we can do is we got 8 mana, so we could lock down the Ravager for a turn. But here's the thing, we have to give up something. We have to let that resolve. We will have to take damage. So back to 6 mana. Not blocking. So technically we are, yeah, 7 mana. We really needed one more land for the Riddle Keeper. But our opponents have... So I could just Not really ideal. Opponent had double. No, just one Galvan. Did our opponent not have a second Galvanic this time? I could have also brought this back, but we would have no way of casting it whatsoever. And oh wow, they're just gonna bite back. Yep. Not being able to answer Nightshade Dryad was is. Oh, they did have double Galvanic Discharge. And we don't have. It's like I'm forced to cast this. But yeah, I think I think this is a good time to concede. Our opponent had a really fast start, and we did not have the way to keep it out. Oh well, we'll just have to do it another day. Yeah, we're gonna just keep losing resources over time. That's just how it is. Well, but we're happy with 5 wins. It's definitely a bit more than enough. Hey Talo HG, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? We did well. We are just about to end the stream. We kind of made it 5 wins, 3 losses. Good payday, I would if I may say so myself. Though the rares could be better. Anyway, that was a decent first run. Even though we did not really get to play with any rares, we did get to play a lot of games, and that's probably good enough. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. And as always, thanks to all those who tuned in. Jericho Alagan, thank you for tuning in from the beginning. Talo HG, thank you for tuning in right now. It's nice to have both of you here. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.